Many people intuitively think that morality is objective. By objective morality here, I mean that its truth does not depend on human attitudes or opinions. So for instance, if gratuitous torture is objectively wrong, then even if every human being happens to think it's right, it would still be wrong. This is the view called moral realism. In the definition of philosopher Russ Schaffer Landau, moral realism is the view that there is a moral reality that people are trying to represent when they issue judgments about what is right and wrong. In this view, moral rightness and wrongness are properties that can obtain in certain actions or situations, regardless if anyone agrees with it or not. Suppose we agree that morality is objective. The question now is, does it require a metaphysical ground for what makes it what it is? For many theists, objective morality requires a ground or source, and that source is God. For instance, the so-called divine command theory states that the ground of objective moral duties is God's commands. But there is a group of people who think that objective morality requires no ground or source. This is the so-called no-source argument for objective morality. Suppose we take the proposition, if anyone promises to do something, then that person has a prima facie moral obligation to perform that act, and consider this as an objective moral truth. The divine command theorist will say that this moral truth requires an explanation. And the ultimate explanation is that keeping a promise is a moral obligation because God commands that whenever human beings make a promise, they must keep it. On the other hand, the no-source argument takes this moral truth to be a brute fact, something that no longer requires a further explanation. As an analogy, consider the principle of non-contradiction in logic, stated as this: something cannot be and not be at the same time and in the same respect. It is a fundamental principle whose truth cannot be explained further by some other truths. And so, it would not make sense to ask what makes the principle of non-contradiction true, because it should be obvious to all rational agents that it is true. Similarly, this is how the proponents of the no-source argument see at least some moral facts and principles. Their truth is such that they should be obvious to all moral agents. The no-source argument is appealing for several reasons, many of its defenders are atheists who are attracted to objective morality, such as philosophers Eric Weilenberg and Michael Huemer. But there are also theist philosophers who subscribe to this argument, like Richard Swinburne, who states that what makes promise-giving obligatory and gratuitous killing wrong is in the very nature of the act itself, and so cannot be dependent on any commands, even of God. Both of these groups are committed to the autonomy of morality, whether or not God exists. But is it really the case that there are moral principles whose objective truth is so basic and obvious that they don't require further explanation? One of the problems advanced against the no-source argument is the utter mystery of explaining the causal relationship between moral properties like goodness in relation to concrete situations like a charitable act. But first, we need to distinguish here between concrete and abstract objects. In terms of causation, concrete objects are endowed with causal powers, and as such, they stand in causal relations with each other, while abstract objects are understood to be causally inert, which means that they cannot be the cause nor the effect of anything. In connection to that, from the perspective of moral realism, moral properties are considered to be abstract objects, and so a natural question arises. What makes it the case that certain situations instantiate abstract moral properties. Last year, 2018, philosopher William Lane Craig and philosopher Eric Weilenberg had an oral debate on what is the best account for objective morality, which later was turned into a book. And Craig put forward this very objection. He states, "How do these physical situations know which abstract objects to instantiate? What if instead of picking out moral goodness, some physical situation may pick out moral badness?" Consider, for instance, this statement, that an act is an act of gratuitous cruelty is what makes it morally wrong. But there's a mystery lurking here. How come that a concrete object, like an act of gratuitous cruelty, will necessarily instantiate the abstract property of moral wrongness? The fact that Weilenberg's view imputes to physical situations causal powers that are mysterious and unexplainable by physics led Craig to describe Weilenberg's view a sort of voodoo metaphysics. Interestingly, this problem does not plague the divine command theory. Since God is a concrete object and He possesses perfect love and goodness, actions are good insofar as they reflect God's nature and bad insofar as they deviate from it. More so, some actions are obligatory insofar as they are commanded by God, or wrong insofar as they are prohibited by Him. In conclusion, there is no doubt that there is much initial appeal to the no-source argument for objective morality to theists and atheists alike. But as we've seen, the accusation of voodoo metaphysics is challenging and is not easy to dismiss, a problem to which the divine command theory is immune. In any case, there are much philosophical insights to mine in the discussions with regards to the nature and grounds of objective morality, and so we can expect philosophical interest in such issues to grow in the years to come.